Mr. Parekh and Mr. Singh, thank you for joining us on Bloomberg Quint. Mr. Parekh, few months back you started the process of IPO, and now we are going into a merger with Max Financial Services and listing it. What was the rationale which the board thought for going for a merger and not for an IPO?
This is an opportunity. 2 months ago, we did not have this opportunity. There was no proposal on the table. No one had brought a proposal that we can combine ourselves with Max Life. And so the IPO process had started because both HDFC and Standard Life, our partners, wanted to list. And even the regulators are now keen that companies list. So we started our listing process. We appointed bankers. We started working on the draft prospectus. That was 2 months ago, 6 weeks ago. Last 2 weeks ago, an investment banker came to us and said, would you be willing to look at a proposal to combine yourselves with Max Life and Max Financial Services? So we said, why not? And we looked at the numbers and we looked at and we know Max Life is an excellent company with good book and good quality of people. And I have known Analjit for many years. We trust each other. So we said, no harm looking at it. So we came in the last 2 weeks, we came to an agreement which we announced today. Let's spend the next 60 days to work together and see what would be the swap ratio and what are the other warranties and representations, whatever, standstill agreement and all that.
Mr. Singh, you just on the verge of completing a restructuring. Max India will be listed in a couple of weeks. Max Financial Services and Ventures will also be listing, and Max Financial Services are already listed. Is it a view within the Max group that the bandwidth is too small to handle too many businesses, and that's the reason it's better to merge with a bigger player so that it's better for the shareholders?
Not at all. The life insurance business is a standalone, high-performing company and management team that started the business 16 years ago and has brought it to where it is. And we have an independent company, its board, CEO, and executive management team, etc. Not at all. Earlier this evening, you asked me a question about growth in the healthcare part, and I told you that we have more opportunities than we are able to handle. So you cannot pick up that instance and apply it to this side. The opportunity here is exactly as Mr. Parekh explained, is to synergize our respective, not overlapping, but respective strengths in the product portfolio, our individual and respective strengths in distribution, and in the quality of the business we run, to combine it to produce what we are expecting to be a higher than usual growth rate or performance in a merged entity. That is the opportunity here.
Mr. Parekh, this is a unique case because you have two foreign insurers who will be part of your merged entity. Will you continue with both the foreign partners, or one of the partners has intended to offload his stake once the merged entity happens?
So far as our partner is concerned, Standard Life is concerned, they are our partners, and the resultant company after this merger will be HDFC Life. So they continue to be our partners. They are promoters of this company. Yes. And so they continue to be promoters, but with a smaller shareholding. What that shareholding is, we do not know today till we firm up the ratios. So they continue to be our shareholder and as a promoter of HDFC Life.
What about Mr.
Let me explain further. Of the 23, 24 life companies there are two categories of companies. I think as far as I know, almost all have foreign partners. Most of them have foreign partners. There are some businesses which have been run by the foreign partner, joint venture partner. You follow?
That's right. Not only some, many companies.
Many, most in fact, possibly most.
Yeah.
In our case, HDFC Life has been started, built, run before and now by the HDFC system. Exactly the same in Max Life. I had no secondee from New York Life when it was Max New York Life, and I have no secondee at an operating level from the Japanese firm. In fact, their interests are more in general and property, not in life. So that is an all HDFC run show. This is an all Max run show. So the question of those two partners having any objection to growing their interests and investment in two high-performing insurance businesses doesn't arise, because it is not as if 5 or 10 or 15 people of their team now have to go back home.
No, I'm talking from a role point of view, because
No,
I
I'm
know
telling you
Standard
the
Life
role.
will
The
be a
role has
promoter.
been-
What will be the role of Mitsui?
When you are a role as a promoter, that means you express your role at a governance level on a board.
True.
You don't run the company, because the company has been run by HDFC, the company has been run by Max. So their life is not getting disrupted. They don't have to pack their bags and leave. So if they have a board seat now, they will have a board seat tomorrow. And
In the merged entity?
depending on what their diluted interest becomes and if they want to. So I'm saying their role is not changing. And if they are at all concerned about growing their capital and their investment, that's the same reason we are doing it. And if they don't see it, then we have a disconnect. And I think they see it, because Mr. Parekh already mentioned that we have sought the views of our respective partners and they've given us a thumbs up. Because they see the sense in it.